the partnership between MINDDRIVE and De La Salle predates me, and it's a really special thing because my understanding is MINDDRIVE actually began in this building. And what I'm really excited about is that this is the first year in a while that we've been able to bring it back to this building for our students. And that came through the relationship of working with Oz in recent years and MINDDRIVE in other places and seeing the high quality work that they've done and what it means for students.
The first time I actually really became at least more aware of it was going to the auto show, and MINDDRIVE had a booth at the auto show. And there, sure enough, are two of our students who had been working on the Carmen Ghia. And then we established a partnership as a work study sponsor, and now with our current program in the Intro to Engineering Design program with the, I guess we have 8 or 9 students now in an after-school program working on metal fabrication for the Electrothon vehicle is pretty cool. How it's evolved from just an after-school program into a really more robust programmatic effort here in the last couple of years.
Really, the project-based learning component of MINDDRIVE, I would say, is really a kind of a game changer for our students. They get to get out and experience working in a team on a project. And the cool part about it is these are real-world projects. Building an electric car has been phenomenal, and I think our students are gaining valuable not only insight but also skills that they can use post-high school.
A big push for Crossroads is real-world learning. We really believe in having a great balance between traditional education practices, such as note-taking and, sitting in class and understanding different points of history, for example, or math, and then being able to take a traditional test to show that knowledge. Because we know that in some careers and colleges and different settings, kids need to know that skill and they need to be able to navigate that reality. But what we also know is it's really important for students to have a real-world understanding of just more practical applications of different skills. And so MINDDRIVE helps us provide both.
We're really focused on the Real World Learning Initiative and giving our kids real world learning experience. And I think MINDDRIVE has been offering that to our students the entire time, but now we're honing in on more of what that looks like. Getting our students experience that'll be applicable post-high school, whether that be, welding and working towards an industry recognized credential, or some of those soft skills such as working in a team and just collaborating outside of our school building. I think there's a lot that our students can benefit from with the program. I think as we dive deeper into real world learning, though, I think there's a lot more we're going to notice we can collaborate on and really work towards together.
To have a project-based environment where kids can learn and practice design-based thinking and to think and plan and then fail and then understand what they did wrong and then continue that cycle. Those are some things that we're not always able to offer inside the building because of our space limitations. So any opportunity that we can get students over to MINDDRIVE because of the space, because of the expertise, and then the hands-on experience is wonderful. Seeing our 2 young ladies welding an Electrothon car, as much as I would love them in the building that last hour of the day and in some of our more traditional programming, nothing makes me happier than being able to see them throw down the welding mask and shout out fire in the hole and start welding away, because they're learning critical skills even though they may not be part of our traditional programming here in the day.
How do you compare MINDDRIVE to other classes that you have to take?
It's not boring, it's actually hands-on, not like other classes.
This is far beyond original school because we're actually, in normal school, it's us sitting down at a desk writing down something and learning something from a teacher that's going too slow or too fast. But in MINDDRIVE, you guys are staying on pace so we can learn it. We're doing things that will help us out in the future, and it's a real life changer for us.
And so when we talk about real world learning and education, you can do projects in the classroom, project-based learning all day long, and it still can be so siloed and detached from the real world and from the community around you. So I think that our partnership with MINDDRIVE is a perfect example of what real world learning looks like full-fledged.
I think one thing that I've noticed with many of our students who've attended MINDDRIVE is just confidence, and they've developed a sense of confidence about themselves. I can think of a few brothers that have gone through your program, and it's just really fun to see them in their element, you know.
Number one, I think it allows students to safely fail. In school, you traditionally learn that failure is bad and it's a terrible thing to fail or to not know something. So I think that when students are involved in opportunities like MINDDRIVE as high school students, it's a safe space for them to fail and not have negative repercussions come from that failure. And it's an opportunity for students to maybe ask themselves, what is it that I want to do when I do graduate and I am an adult?
What have you learned how to do?
The welding, I learned parts of a car. I learned what some tools are used for. I like it. It's fun because with different materials, you have to time it and you have to make sure you don't mess it up and stuff.
Are you excited about the opportunity to build an electric car?
Yes, I'm really excited. It's been the first time building anything that to that level, and yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Actually, yes, I am really excited because modern cars, they're making a lot of changes. Because the things we were talking about here in MINDDRIVE is like, it sounds really fun, building a car, racing it, actually having to test drive it and everything.
It gives me a chance to learn a new skill set, and it gives me a chance to probably extend my knowledge on race cars and stuff.
The school goals, we want to make sure we build robust programs that give students access to the industry, professional skills that they need for the modern workplace. Every school probably has an answer like that. Personally, I have seen what MINDDRIVE does with kids. I've seen the way that MINDDRIVE helps students find themselves and realize that they had things within themselves that they never knew before. Students who did not have confidence come out with confidence. Students who didn't think they were creative realize their own internal creativity. Students who thought they didn't want to learn technology and build things with their hands come out loving it and feeling proud of the work they do. And I look at it and it's the experience that I want for my own kids. It's the experience that I wish I had when I was a student, to be able to be creative and to not have some sort of preset pathway of every step along the way, but instead to see a problem, experiment, get creative, solve the problem in ways that maybe nobody imagined from the beginning. So it's professionally, it's absolutely what we want for our students. It's the workplace skills they need. It's both the technical skills and it's the thinking skills. And then just personally, it's inspiring to see what our students do, and it's what I wish I had as a kid. It's what I want for my own daughters.